tackle shot going down the Night Stalker. The power shot will land, and Shadow Shaman looking to be aggressive. He gets a Hex off, but then immediately backs off. Kind of burns his mana a little bit for nothing there. And Night Stalker looking for more opportunities. He's still very tanky. Dendy comes through though. He's going to stun on the Earthshaker. He does have haste. Everything's on cooldown, but they pick off the Earthshaker before he gets any disables off. The A ulti comes through and clears up. Picks off Vengeful Spirit. Looks like Puppey might be in some trouble as well. Nature's Prophet goes on him, but Anti-Mage's changing targets. Now Nature's Prophet is the one that's going to get killed. Dendy does stun right before he dies. Night Stalker gets that kill though.
Might not be over yet as they're going to be chasing that Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage was able to get the kill against Enchantress. The Enchantress Master Baiter in that engagement. Turn on the heal and, well, she was not going down. And let's see if they're going to transition to mid-push. Mass Urban Ward is going to come back in just a bit. Arcane Boost is up on Shadow Shaman as well. Going to quickly check out on the items as we have so many kills, so the item progression is going like crazy here. Point Booster up on Night Stalker already, and between Vanguard and Point Booster, he is so tanky. Dagon 1 is up on Jay as well. Only level 7 though. Unfortunately, was actually killed many times. Shaker, no Arcane Boost just yet. You know, Enchantress going for the Mecha. Vanguard up on Anti-Mage like you pointed out earlier, and I think that's pretty much it for item progression. Arcane Boots up on Sanking as well.
Yeah, the mechanism is something that I've seen Puppey doing over the last couple weeks. Normally, most players generally pick up just a semi-fast Aghanim Scepter on Enchantress, sometimes the Drums of Endurance, but he's been getting this mechanism instead, just to really increase his heal rate. And he does have Nature's Attendance maxed out here, which I think is pretty interesting. That the real question is whether or not he can survive through the burst damage with just the mechanism alone, because I expect he might get feared in these upcoming team fights. But it's kind of hard to say. There's actually a lot of really good fear targets. But now Havos is going to be pushing the mid lane, pretty decent creep wave, and he does have the Vanguard once again. 1900 in the bank. He may just go straight for a Manta style, just skip the Battle Fury. In this game, I think that might be the case, but top lane looks like it's going to drop for Mineski.
Yep. If they get a mid tower taken down though, that's all worth it, as Anti-Mage looking for his third tower last hit. TP Scroll is going to come right in to prevent him from doing that. Good choice here, but Mineski cannot give away more tower, especially to such an aggressive team such as Na'Vi. Na'Vi is the... Well, I guess they're not really the aggressor in this lineup, in this matchup, as Anti-Mage is going to be having the late game advantage. But here comes a gank on the mid lane. Can they get out the fear off? Yes, they... No! Where was that fear? There's a void, but they have the teleportation coming. He's going to try to tango out. Yes, he did not have fear.
He still doesn't have fear? He still doesn't have it. Wow.
I think that's a mistake.
I think that's definitely a mistake. Oh man, Dendy's gonna ulti channel here. Tries to get a kill off against the Night Stalker, but Night Stalker runs away. Yeah, that's absolutely a mistake. I mean, I personally like getting a lot of Hunter in the night levels, but if you're trying to gank an Anti-Mage, man, you need the fear.
You know, back in the mid lane here, Blink Dagger, or Blink comes in for the Crystal Maiden. Oh, she's dead. And the question is, there's a swap, and Crystal Maiden trying to run the other way. I do believe Havos has the ultimate. He's going to use it right here. Jay invisible with the help of a rune. And here comes this. Oh, are they going to try to set up a kill? Master Urban Ward got to get forced to drop. Nice Fissure Block. Unfortunately, not going to be enough. And I think maybe he was hoping that he was pinging Jay. Pop out your Viz, man. But Jay says, dude, I'm going to farm top.
Yeah, I think that's pretty smart from him. They were going to die anyways. So now mid tower looks like it will fall here. 260 HP. I don't think Earthshaker will drop a single fissure, but that's not going to be enough to stop the wave. He does a little bit of damage. There's the glyph being popped. Night Stalker's coming mid. Still does not have fear, but it is daytime now, which is a big loss. And they jump on the Earthshaker, get the stun off, and score a kill, as well as getting the tower. So that's going to be a mechanism for Enchantress and other really key items.
Yep, Phase B is going to be done here for Windrunner as well. And now swap here against Jules. Jules completely out of position, getting caught by 3 or 4, or 5, excuse me. And I think Mineski has no one to blame but themselves on that one. They did not have the ward coverage. Mid was completely missing, and they still went that way. Puppey and his squad is going to free to pick up another kill, and I think they're going to transition bot. Anti-Mage, by the way, almost 4k gold, or 3.2 right now. I wonder what's going to get. Manta Style is a good choice. Could go for something
Rapier?
else. Divine Rapier, yeah.
He's got a lot of gold. I don't think that's going to be the case, but no, hopefully not.
It is not going to be there. But hey, they're going to push another tower and add a little bit more tower gold. In terms of his farm right now, he's got 100 CS in 15 minutes. That is a little bit over 6. He's got 4 kills. He's got 2 tower kills. That's really good. He is insanely farmed.
Yeah, and he does pick up an Ultimate Orb with 2 TP Scrolls, so he is for sure going to transition straight into the Manta. It's going to give him the most offensive potential. He won't be able to farm, and he won't have the mana regen, which is generally an issue in long durations, but it's not a big deal. And there's nighttime. Night Stalker coming out. Once again, still no fear. Going to drop a couple hits on Anti-Mage. Nice. I love his blink there. Blinking to the least expected place. And look at that. Nature's Prophet teleports in, is looking for the Sprout, but he doesn't see it. It's like, where did Anti-Mage go?
Now Navi, I do believe they are in the lead now with Anti-Mage being so farm, and I think the tower count is completely even. Yeah, the tower count was completely even. And the fact that the Radiant side has heroes such as Prophet, Shadow Shaman, Night Stalker, you expect them to be ahead. But that's clearly not the case, and they definitely do not have any kind of late game competition against the Anti-Mage, especially such a farm one. Jay is not near anything. He's going to be going back to his Midas. It's going to be a 16-minute Midas, and that's not the best Midas timing.
Yeah, but I mean, if you look at it, like you said, they don't have any hard carry potential. It's really, I mean, you could maybe argue that they should try to get a more offensive item and then try to just end the game, but they may be able to spot A there. They did have a ward up, which gave vision, but I think they're going to swing into the jungle. They're a little unorganized, almost splitting off different directions, but they are going to be looking in the jungle. They will find Puppey here, and there comes the blink disable. There's the shackle coming up. He's not going to get a heal off and will easily get picked off, bursted down by the Earthshaker. Yep.
Blink Dagger, a great choice for Rasa because they definitely need that type of initiation, or at least to jump in and set up that Hex, either Enchantress, the Windrunner, Sand King, or Anti-Mage, because they have a lot of target, and they can't really hope to win a, as we see, an engagement on the bot. Jay, again, like you said, gonna get epic ulti every single time he sees a Sand King. Meanwhile, we have a kill going into the, no, he bottles a double damage rune, as he's gonna try to come in. I think he might be spotted, or at least a Crow coming the way. It will spot him. Maybe.
Yeah, definitely a possibility. And then he does pick up his Blink Dagger now. Needs a little bit more mana to do a Blink ulti. Shadow Shaman still pursuing this. Really wants to kill the Anti-Mage. I don't think he could, though. Even if he dropped his wards down, I don't think it would end up happening. Radiant Courier gets killed. Anti-Mage picks that off. I did see 2 Couriers messing around in the top rune, and that's a big gold advantage. 150 gold to everybody on Navi there. That's just almost as good as getting a tier 1 tower.
Yep. Meanwhile, we have a Blink Dagger aim against Dandy. There's a double damage rune on Power Color, but he barrel strikes out. Unfortunately, no invisible. And if he's seen like this, he's going to be in huge trouble. He's going to just TP out. Can we get a Hex off? And he's going to make it out there. Drew a Mass Serpent Ward as well. Dandy kind of outplaying OWA right there. And that Mass Serpent Ward cooldown is so long, you can't just kind of throw it down like that.
I can't believe he wasn't getting spotted by the wards there. He was so close to them. But ends up surviving. Navi now pushing on the bot lane now. Doing some damage to that. Just AA with the Windrunner there. And Vengeful Spirit does have a medallion. Kind of interesting item choice. But it's so good against trying to pick off that early Night Stalker. His HP level is ridiculous. His base armor is very strong. He's got 9 here. So being able to reduce that as well as the Wave of Terror is going to just shred him when the Anti-Mage jumps on him.
Also very helpful for the Roshan, as they're going to be taking it right now. -6 is Medallion Courage, and of course the tier gives you -5 as well, I think. Let's double check on that. Yeah, -5, so -11 on a single target. That is absolutely insane. Anti-Mage, by the way, comes in. He does have the Manta style done. Vanguard is up on him as well. He's going to pick up the Aegis of Immortal, and I think if they want to push right now, they can go for Vlad's and just kind of try to end the game. I think Anti-Mage is so tank at this point, or if you want to go for a little bit more late game, go for that Eagle Song and Butterfly, and that's going to be a for sure win as well, as long as they don't get caught out of position or something like that.
Yeah, that's definitely going to give them a nice little advantage. I like that he actually took the time to sell the Quelling Blade. Usually players just throw those items down, but you can sell them there from Roshan at the secret shop, so pretty cool stuff. And Anti-Mage now going to clear up the Ancient Creeps. The Satyr does end up dying, but Mineski coming forward towards the mid lane. Still daytime, but there's an ulti, and there's a Sheep going down a Vengeful Spear. We're going to see a Shackle in a second as well. The Shackle shot does not land. It is nighttime now. Wow, and the Shackle immediately gets disabled, coming after Venge. Venge gets picked off by the Dagon. And Enchant coming from the back, now going straight on the Shadow Shaman. The Manta has been popped, and they're going to try to get the kill. Nice fissure by the Earthshaker. Will Puppey be able to survive the burst damage? He pops the mech, and he's healed up again. I can't believe it, man. That wand is doing so much work. Sanky comes through with the epicenter, and that's going to clear up the team fight for Mineski. Wow, they are just getting rocked here. 3 for 1 currently, and it's going to be a 4 for 1 before this ends, at least.
I'm telling you, man, Puppey, the master baiter, as he pops the heal, pops the mecha, and that's all they saw as Dandy came in with a perfect ultimate. Before that team fight, Navi had about a 3k gold lead. You could expect at least a 4k gold lead after that one. Anti-Mage and Dandy, of course, back to their farm train. And Anti-Mage, no, he's going to be pushing mid instead. Without the Battle Fury, his pushing power is going to be a little bit, less than usual, but still, his damage output very, very high. He would like to get some mana to pop that man style and then push that tower, but yeah, it's going to be a 5k gold lead here for Navi. They had a little bit of a rough start, but it seems like they're stabilizing very well now. And I do believe this is going to be a Navi victory unless Mineski pulls something crazy.
Yeah, I would absolutely agree here. They have such good items, able to take those towers equally, and even if they did take a couple losses in the early game, they traded them pretty evenly. I mean, it was 4 for 4 for a long time, despite them having the harder carry, so I think they've been doing very, very good here. Anti-Mage, once again, very low on mana. This is the problem with not getting in the Battle Furies. You don't get that extra mana regen, and then Manta Style is actually extremely expensive in mana cost, 165, and that generally drains you pretty fast. Not to mention popping ulti and blinking often. The Battle Fury is just kind of nice for that. So we'll see what he goes for next. I think the Butterfly would make him more or less unkillable, but he could go a lot of different ways.
Yeah, I feel like Vlad's might be a little bit better. They are trying to push down a couple more towers, and mana regeneration is a big component of Vlad's that's often underestimated. And of course, gives them a better life steal to work with as well. But we'll see. And one thing I want to point out is that Crystal Maiden's skill build here is very odd. I mean, this is definitely the most old school Crystal Maiden skill build there is. But now odd nowadays because a lot of teams been picking up Arcane boots, and you can skip the Arcane Aura, but you can see Crystal Maiden maxing it in this case. I'm not too sure whether that's going to be exactly helpful. I'd like to see a little bit more points into Frostbite because that is going to prevent the Anti-Mage from blinking. But that's, you know, that's a little bit past time because already has Mirror Image, and that's going to pop you out of Frostbite very easily.
Yeah, I would agree. It looks like Nature's Prophet's going to get spotted in the jungle, and the one tree remaining is going to score a Shackle Shot. Anti-Mage gets that kill as well, and looks like there's gank on the mid lane as well. Dendy's going to go invisible. Nice mech heal from Puppey, and he's going to Burrow Strike right past, going to go invisible in a second. But there's the Vlad's coming through on the Anti-Mage's stun. Easily kills the Shadow Shaman, now going after the Crystal Maiden. He will be able to do a Frostbite, but it's not going to last very long. Nice Fissure from Earthshaker. This could keep him alive, and it looks like Anti-Mage's going to change targets, wants to kill the Earthshaker over the Crystal Maiden.
He's gonna get the kill me on Crystal Maiden. Barely still alive. Where is Night Stalker? Night Stalker pushing top. They're like, dude, can't help the team. Meanwhile, Crystal Maiden falls down. Teleportation comes in from Denny. That's gonna stop the push. And really, I don't know what Night Stalker. He's trying to go for the accept, obviously, but I don't think that's gonna turn the game around here.
Yeah, and I think Nature's Prophet also is doing the same thing. They have a point booster up on Nature's Prophet, but I mean, this Dagon, it didn't do anything in this game. I really feel like it was absolute waste of an item build. I mean, if you can get a really fast Dagon, it's awesome, because, you know, everybody's HP is so low, you can do a ton of damage, but they never really got it up. I saw it kill a Vengeful Spirit once, but she was already dead, and ever since then, you know, haven't seen enough utility out of that item. Yep,
he definitely got picked off a little bit too many times by Dendy as he was getting Epicenter. Here comes Night Stalker. It is daytime though, but maybe he could kill the Anti-Mage with the fear. No, he blinks out. And, well, here's a teleportation coming in from Prophet. I'm not too sure what he was really hoping for. Yeah, I think maybe Force Staff might be really a little bit better, as Scourge does, or excuse me, Dire does have quite a bit of stuns and whatever else. And he needed that survivability, especially against Sand King. Dagon didn't really pay off in the offensive department. Right now, Mineski not giving up though. They do have some beautiful teamfight heroes. Shaker close to his Blink Dagger, so maybe he's trying to come back in that direction.
There are a couple chat comments, man. Sand King is bringing in the item. It's going to be a Veil of Discord. It's an item that is never used in the professional scene, but everybody keeps saying it should be, and here it is picked up, and it's going to work very nice on Sand King. Because that ulti, man, does 8 pulses of 100 damage, and you can lower the resistance by 25%. And I think this is the first super high-level pro Dota 2 game, or at least the first Dota 2 game that I've seen. I saw one Dota 1 Zeus game, but that was it. This is the first time I've seen it.
I've been screaming for ages to Sand King players, because, you know, Sand King players like, oh, what do we get after Blink? Acceptor? Okay. But if you actually sit down and do the math, getting a Veil of Discord actually increase your ultimate by far, far more. So, of course, Acceptor gives you the HP, so, you know, that's the other added benefit. But Denny Sears says, we don't need the HP here. We're gonna just go for bigger damage.
Yeah, and it does give you the armor and the regen. It's actually very nice, honestly. It's got very nice stats, and you could even argue that you could skip Arcane Boots or something to boost up your mana pool. But there's the fear on the Anti-Mage. Shackle Shot will not land and get a couple people, but they're gonna push the bot lane here. Everybody's here except for Enchantress, who's grabbing an illusion, and she picks up a plate mail. Very interesting. Still only 800 HP, but who cares? If you have 18 armor on an Enchantress with nature, or with Untouchable, that is pretty hard to get killed.
I like how he picks up the plate mail. Oh, swap goes on, and that Shackle Shot so hacked. Here comes Sand King, and where's the Veil of Discord? There's a Veil of Discord. Everyone be dead. Did he even use it?